Hi everyone, this is Ray Phillips of Precision Driving Analytics, and today I'm going to continue my series on how to use the VBox Video Software, which is the software used to create the scenes for HD2 systems. So with that, I am going to share my screen. Okay, so this is the same scene that I was using in the first video, and I talked about how to bring in a gauge and a couple other things, some of the basic stuff. But this time I'm going to talk about how to create something like this. Now, VBox has a number of these already created. If you go to, I believe it's groups, yeah, you can see all these different ones that are created, but you may want to do something a little different. So I'm going to talk about how to do that. And first thing you got to do is bring in a shape. I'm going to bring in a rectangle. Now the default color is usually white. I've been playing around with it, so it'll use the last color that you use. In this case, that was a dark blue. Um, so I'm going to change the shape just by dragging it and just get it roughly to this size just to kind of try to recreate something like that. So um, I can change the color by clicking on the drop down and just choosing what color I want. Um, that's a little darker gray. Let's do something totally different, actually. Let's do like a yellow. Okay. So if I click somewhere else, you see that there's no border. And if I click on the box, you can see that, there's no choice to make a border. So in order to make a border, you need to copy and paste this and then change it so that it's transparent. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to copy. I'm going to right click again. I'm going to paste. So now I've got the exact same box, same color and everything. And the difference is I'm going to uncheck is filled. So now I just have the border, and that's actually the same color as the yellow. So let's make that black. So now I've got a black border, and if I want to change the thickness of that border, now I can change it by just clicking on the border thickness. So that looks pretty good. So now I can just drag it and put it on top of the yellow one. Now, it's possible that it's not 100% lined up. So what I like to do is I like to use the zoom, and I can just use my mouse roller button to do that and zoom in a little more. Now, in this case, it does look like it's all lined up, so we don't have to do anything more with that. So if you're sure that that's how you want it, and I mean, it can be undone, but what I like to do is select everything and then group it by using this icon down here. That way, if I move anything, the border and the box are going to move together. So let's create, another rectangle that we can put inside here where we can have like lap time or something like that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create another rectangle. And this one, I am going to just resize. It's currently black, which we could use. Um, but let's make it white. Let's make it light gray. And then I can drag that into the box, and I can make it bigger so that it fills more of the space. Try to center it a little bit. You can see it's snapping to the grid because I have that feature checked. All right, so that looks pretty good. Maybe I'll make it a little wider. Um, if I want to change the radius, okay, so I don't know if you saw that, but it moved, and that's because of snapping to the grid, which is fine. But I don't really want it there. I want it centered. So I still like the snap to grid feature. So I'm going to click on the 5, which is, really small grid. Now it'll snap, you know, to more where I want it. So now it's snapped to the grid. It's centered. Again, I want a border. So um, I'm going to copy and paste it. But the other thing is other thing I might want to change is the corner radius. So if I do want to change that, there's this feature here that I can change it. I actually like the 1. And if I didn't have any corner radius, it would be a perfect rectangle. So I'm going to use the 1 for the radius. And now I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to click outside and I'm going to paste it. And again, I'm going to change the color to what I want the border to be, and black is good for me. I'm going to uncheck that, and now I'm going to move this so it's on top. And that's a little thick border, so I'm going to decrease that down to 2. That's good. So that all looks great. If I want to group that, then I can. So if I just drag across this way, I can group it. Now, if I copy and I paste, now I get the gray and the black border. So I could do that as many times as I want. And since I have the grid, everything's nice and lined up. So that's all good. So let's put something in this box. So let's do a text. And so I'm going to use this text icon. Now, again, it comes in with the last color that you used. So if I want to change the name, if I want to use it as a label, then I can do that. So let's do that. I'm going to say lap timing. And that's good. I'm going to drag that and I'm going to put that here. All right, so now I want, like a current lap time or, something like that. So let's do current lap time. So again, I'm going to bring in a label, but this time, and I can put it in here, this time I'm going to change the parameter of it. So I'm going to go to GPS, sorry, I'm going to go to lap timing. And so that's current lap. So current lap time is what I want. So that's good. So drag it to where I want it. That looks pretty good. If I want to change the color of it, I can do that. Come over here and say we want it as a dark blue. So that's good. Now, if I want to do another one, I can copy and paste that one. So I'm going to right click, copy, paste. Now I moved it over, but that's okay. Move this back. So let's say it's still current lap time. So let's change it to last lap. So now it's the last lap. It's not exactly centered the way I want. So I'm going to drag it down. Okay, so there you have it. You can do quite a bit with just the shapes and the text icon. And that's it for today. And I look forward to creating the next video. Take care. Bye.